from the westernunion.com VIP Lounge.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Hoser, lounging right now, and I have a special guest here, man. This dude is the homie. Love this dude. He's the founder, president, CEO, Grammy-nominated artist, and just a good guy. Steve Aoki.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
What's up, man?
I'm here in SF. It's been a while.
Welcome to the Bay.
Yeah. I love coming up here.
This is like your second home.
Yeah, I have to say, like, I do when on these bus tours. We'll do, and I'm not on a bus tour right now, but whenever I do a bus tour, we always come through San Francisco, and San Francisco's always the biggest crowd out of any city in the United States.
Yeah.
So I'll never forget that because I've played the Bill Graham Civic Center twice already on the Dead Meat tour I did 2012.
Yep.
And then the Aoki Fight America tour with Waka Flocka and Borgore.
2 sold-out shows.
And 2 sold-out shows. I mean, and that place is
it's like 10,000 people in there.
Massive, yeah. It's massive. So I just have to give love to all the SF fans and people that have been supporting me for, the better part of this year. I mean, not year, this decade, so far.
We love you, man.
Yeah, I've been coming up here for a long time. It's a great place to build the scene and build my music.
20 years of Denmark. That's crazy. And you started it out of your college apartment. Right,
yeah. So, 1996. I was 19. I was in college.
Yeah.
And, it was a really exciting time for me because I was a teenager and I was throwing these shows in my living room, half the size of this room. And we would have bands from all around the world come play in our living room. And a lot of them were unsigned. And so it was a breeding ground to find incredible new talent and that were humble and ready to work with a young kid like me that, couldn't offer him a cent, but could offer him a record deal.
That's crazy. Dreams do happen.
Yeah, it all starts from from places like that, like really small places where it's really built on community. And I was lucky to have a community like that over there.
The first time you caught my ear was, this must have been 8-9 years ago. It was I'm in the House with
my first single.
Yeah, that one, and with the Bloody Beetroots, the woo woo.
Yeah, Warp. Yeah,
Warp. Dude. Yeah. I saw you at Ultra in Miami when you were playing like one of the small stages. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And you brought out the Bloody Beetroots.
I did?
I think you did.
I probably did.
Or you performed the song.
Yeah,
dude, that was crazy.
I probably did bring them out.
Yeah.
Because they probably were playing as well, like somewhere that day too. This was like 2010 or 2011 or something, right?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
You were playing one of the small stages, and now you're headlining all these stages around the world, like the main stages. That's dope.
Yeah, it's definitely been a journey for sure.
Yeah, man. So I saw the documentary, I'll Sleep When I'm Dead. Dude, it was deep.
Thank you.
And I see where you got your showmanship from your dad.
Right.
From your dad, Rocky Aoki. He was a very extreme individual.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people really didn't know much about his history, his legacy. And I'm really happy with this film to pay not only homage to him, but to showcase, some of the amazing stuff that he did in America. I mean, coming from not just a son, but from a Japanese American perspective, it's difficult for a lot of Asians out here to break through popular culture and do something unique, do something that really strikes a chord outside of our community, where other people take notice and other people engage with what we're doing. So I'm really proud of what he's done with Asian American culture out here.
The movie was very, it touched me a lot. You showed your mom in the movie, your siblings. There was this one scene where your dad said, this was deep. This was really deep. He said, business comes number 1, and health comes number 2, and family comes number 3.
You know, the thing is that he's not joking. It's not like he would say that in front of a camera, in front of a live audience, and he would say that to his kids, and he'd say that to his wife. You know, he didn't have he had this no holds barred, like no filter truth. You know, that after a while you're like almost desensitized by how crazy that sounds, and it doesn't sound crazy anymore because that's how he really was. So it's it's like when I hear it, I giggle to myself because
giggle?
Yeah, because I imagine what other people think about what he's saying when the way I see, I'm like, well, that's how he is. I don't see it any other way. That's how he is as a person.
And that's hurt for you.
Yeah, I know, but that's what he kind of. You know, there's like pros and cons. Obviously, there's a lot of cons to that. But as a father raising children, that was the way he raised his kids. It wasn't about nepotism. I need my kids to follow my footsteps. I'm going to give them whatever I can so they can like take over the throne. He didn't really care about that so much. He's like, you just work hard, you'll figure it out. And if you're valuable enough of a player in the game, then you could join. But otherwise, like, you know, I got my own team, you know, and you need to figure it out yourself. And like, I have to say that was by far one of the best things I learned as a kid, and eventually growing up as an adult and figuring out how to get through life. You know, I don't have a choice. Even though my father is as rich as he is, as wealthy as he is, as flamboyant as he is, you know, showing off all his cars, showing off, you know, his mansion in New Jersey, things like that. Growing up, I wasn't going to really get anything of that. You know, I wasn't going to get a hand-me-down, and I really had to figure this out. So I said, you know, I'm going to do my own thing.
That's what I like about you, because your dad was self-made, and so were you. Because your dad didn't help you out at all.
Yeah, so I feel like because he didn't help me, he helped me. You know, he helped me by allowing me to struggle and figure out myself without, you know, give me whatever he could have given me to get through the hard times or whatnot that I had to go through. Everyone's going to go through that. You know, of course I had the safety net that I you know, have to acknowledge that, you know, if I become homeless, I'm sure something could happen. Actually, I don't even know if you'd help me out if I was homeless. I mean, the truth of it is, like, I don't even know if you'd be like, you need to figure it out even more, or else you will die, you know, or you will become a drug addict. You need to figure that out at that point. I think maybe then he might not even have helped me out, but at least I had my mom. And
shout out to moms.
Shout out to all the moms out there for sure. And in this film, there, you know, like the real twist in the film is this the homage to my mother.
Your mom is so sweet.
Really my heart, you know, really like the tenderness and the TLC that I needed growing up. So I had this really stiff, tough love father that was like, I'm not going to help you out no matter what, you know. And even like at one point, you know, we had a situation with his last wife where he literally cut off his other children entirely, like from speaking with them. And then eventually we were able to get that back. But there's a period of time where he's like, I'm not going to even talk to them anymore. But then he, you know, eventually it turned around. But, you know, I have my mom where she was open and forgiving and supportive in a really reasonable way. And, you know, I think that the balance between the two was able for me to get to where I am.
There was a scene in the documentary towards the very end during your show in L.A. Aoki.
Yeah, yeah.
And they showed your mom in the audience, and she just looked so happy. She was dancing. That was an awesome moment.
Yeah.
You can tell she was having fun and that she was proud of you.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm definitely, I mean, that's one of the best parts about this doc, because I actually, for me, it's hard for me to watch this documentary. Actually, I haven't watched it since I saw the screening in Tribeca, and back in, like, I don't even know when we did it, in May or April.
I cried, by the way.
Sorry, August or something. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
But I'm just, like, the feedback I got from social media of people, you know, talking about the doc in a way where they're connecting to their families, like them reaching out
You
to
hit
their
a nerve.
parents.
Everyone can relate.
You know, that's where I feel like the real value is that like it connects with other people. Obviously, there's the storylines are different, but the fact remains the same. We have parents, and some of us get disconnected to our parents for different reasons, and our parents want something different from what we want, which I think is the case for many people. You know, what we want to do in our life is going to be different from what our parents want us to do in our lives, and we have to follow what really makes us happy, even if it's doesn't have a financial end goal.
Shout out to all the parents, man.
Yeah,
Mom and
absolutely.
dads. Speaking of parents, what kind of parent would you be?
Well, I don't have any kids yet, and you know, I'm.
Would you
I'm
spoil your
thinking-
kids?
I don't
Would
know.
you be like your dad?
It's tough because I know the benefits of being tough, but I also know how important it is to you know have that TLC that we're talking about. So you have to have the balance, you know. I think I'd want to spoil my kids, but I also don't want to do it in a way where I'm setting them up for failure. Because I think anytime you give people an out before they even understand what an out is, they're destined for failure. They're destined to hit face first in the gravel, and they won't be able to pick themselves up, and they're going to be sitting there thinking someone's going to pick them up, and that's not how to live life.
Let's talk about your new baby, the Dim Mat collection.
I got a new baby. I hope not.
What can you tell me about that?
Well, I'm actually wearing a lot of it right now.
I was going to ask you, is this part of the collection?
Yeah, we got these pants.
Okay.
And actually,
Looking fly.
So basically, the
the
Dim Mat
jacket
collection, the jacket, and all
Ooh.
those materials is like is very
Can I
these
touch it?
textiles. Yeah, touch it.
Oh, yeah.
get in there.
Dim Mat collection. Get it.
Yeah. So it's kind of this conglomeration hybrid between Japanese high-end fashion, stylings and design, and obviously LA culture, where I'm from. So I have my team in Japan that helps design the clothes. I go out to Japan and we set up the whole season together. We set up the color palette, what we're going to use, and you know some of the graphics.
You designed
And-
everything too?
Oh, I will have a design team. That's what they've been doing for decades, and my partners out there have really helped me kind of just find the vision that I've been looking for and able to actualize it and put it out from paper to actual products. But it's a full collection from jackets to sweaters, and I mean I've been doing T-shirts for years.
Yeah.
For like decades I've been doing T-shirts, but now we have a full collection. We're on our 4th season in Japan. We're finally launched in America and online for the very first time. So it's a big deal for us. And we had our pop-up shop in Los
In LA.
Angeles. Yeah.
Yep.
And that was a success. And then we're going to have our first fashion show in New York during Fashion Week in January.
Let me know if you need models.
All right, man. I need some Bay Area support, so I might have to bring you out.
So where can we get the clothes?
Online, just dimmatcollection.com, and yeah, if you like Japanese style with with the American kind of cuts and everything, this is for you. You know, we definitely got our long sleeve T-shirts that are actually really popular, sweaters and jackets, and
I'm a
really
large.
great materials, really high end materials.
I'm a large, by the way.
All right, man, I got
Just
you.
saying,
I got you.
okay?
Yeah.
So you gave us Neon Future 1, Neon Future 2. So what's next?
Well,
It's been a minute, man.
It's
been a while.
It's clear for me that it's going to be Neon Future 3.
Oh, so it is coming.
Yeah, it's
Confirmed.
coming. It's coming. It's going to be the last of the it's going to be a trilogy. It's just everything's perfect for a trilogy. So yeah, I have a single dropping in December, and it's a pretty big song. Actually, I've never played it out, which is really rare because I've played out probably 6 other songs from the album. I have a song with Wale, a song with Quavo from Migos and Lil Yachty. It's like 5 songs with Lil Uzi Vert that we're doing as an EP together. A song with 2 Chainz and Dubs, and this next one.
Who's on it?
I can't announce it yet because what we're gonna do is we're gonna surprise people a televised debut. So
Wow.
that's coming in December, and
Before Christmas.
yeah. So it's a big song. It's probably might be one of my biggest songs. I have high hopes for this one, and I hate having expectations. I've learned that the hard way. You know, after you finish a song, you always think it's the best song, right? Mm-hmm. And then you don't see it perform well. You don't see radio picking it up the way you think. But this is one of the bigger ones for me. This is one I have a lot of. I've been working on for a long time too. I've been working for a long time, and that's a good testament when you work on a song for a long time, and from the first time you worked on it to like, you know, months and months and months later, and you still feel like it's fresh and it's new and it's something that's, you know, the next sound. It's you know, you feel like you're in the right place.
I'm excited now, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait. All right, I have some fan questions now.
Okay.
All right. When was the last time you got a haircut?
A trim, I don't know, a couple months ago. I'd probably get a trim every twice a year.
What do you order at Benihana?
I'm a seafood guy.
Yeah.
So I get that
Some
seafood delight, get that shrimp,
Yeah.
lobster,
Yeah.
you know, scallops. So I stick with the sea.
I like that. And the last one, it's another hair question.
Okay.
What kind of shampoo do you use?
Whatever's in the hotel.
Are you serious?
The entire bottle. I take the entire bottle of conditioner and I just glop it on, like, you know, layer it in and let it do its thing. Because that's like what at the end of the day, it's a conditioner.
That's hood. You ghetto. I love that.
And it's gotta be 100.
I
I can't. You know, you travel all the time, so everything's gotta be 100 milliliters or smaller. So I just kind of gave up. It's not like one brand that I work with all the time. You know, I use all the time. It's whatever's there.